Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for war number 7 of season 40. And at the end of this video, since we're past the halfway point of the season, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my stats so far, current streak I'm on, how many kills, how many deaths so far this season, and where I rank within the 4 Loki power rating. But before we get to that, we have some war fights here, and we're going to be bringing in a Human Torch and Absorbing Man, the dynamic duo with Heimdall watching their 6. So that's going to be the plan today. And up first here we have another Terrax. If you guys saw the previous war video, you saw that we took this exact same fight, previous war with Absorbing Man. It went really well. Terrax is one of Absorbing Man's absolute best counters, or best matchups. So going in here, very confident. Just gonna throw on some medium boosts here, medium to light boosts. And there is one node here that does kind of make it a little tricky. There's heal block and insult to injury. So what that does is the more debuffs that we have on us, the lower our defensive ability accuracy is going to be. So you'll see I parry sometimes and he doesn't get stunned. That's why that's happening. And it also has long distance relationship. So the more I attack him, the more debuffs I get. And our passive regen from applying our morph charges isn't working. But this fight's going really well. We're going to drop special 2 here. He's gonna get super close to dying here. I'm gonna go for a little light stand-up intercept, and I just kind of mistimed it and took a fat combo right to my face. So there goes half my health. When the fight was over, all I had to do was just hold block, beta heavy, anything but what I did. So that's just gonna cost me some potions, but it's all good. Then we move on to a Mojo. So gonna go ahead and knock him down here. And I parried there, but I didn't think I was going to be able to attack him because, he has the debuff immunity. But I forgot someone else applied guidance here, so, my stuns aren't debuffs, they're passive, so we don't got to worry. So because we dexed that special, I am going to go ahead and get some degen on myself. That is alright, because the fight is now over. So we only lost 10% health. A little bit of degen damage there, but it's fine. Mojo got absolutely melted. And then we move on to one of my favorite fights of this war, and that is a Null. So we got a rank 4 Null here, almost 300,000 HP. This is, a shared mini-boss fight. So went ahead and used some of my big potions just to kind of erase that mistake against that Terrax. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Magma form. And so the nodes here are Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Shock. We got some Prowess. And the main strategy here is going to be pushing Null, trying to push Null to his special 2. If we can do that, the fight is pretty much over after that point. But we have to, first of all, get him to a special 2 without him throwing a special 1 first. And we actually have to evade the special 2, or mitigate as much damage from it as we can, because we need to be alive after that special 2. But if we can get to that point, then the fight should practically be over. So we're just taking our time, baiting heavies, trying to push him to that special 2. Go ahead, drop my special 2 just to get him there. Boom, there we go. Now we just gotta evade this. Alright, and you'll see my morph charges just shot all the way up to 600. 600 is the max. So now I go 3-hit combo. Now we have 4 of the really fat vulnerability passives, and you're gonna see my damage output is just insane, especially when I crit. You see it right there. Did you guys see that number? Let me rewind a little bit. Do you see that number? It's 24k in red. 24,000 damage in red right there. Holy smokes. That's just if I crit. 4 of those vulnerability passives. Wow, that is a lot of damage. That's why you want to bring Absorbing Man to fights where it really can feed into his morph charges. Because once you convert those morph charges into those vulnerability passives, your damage output is just ridiculous. But those really big red numbers, you only see those when you crit. That's another reason why I'm a big fan of Absorbing Man Special 3. Because it gives you really increased critical rating for like 10 plus seconds. So you really get in a lot of big damage, a lot of those big red numbers. And yeah, that Null got smoked. Now, next up, we move on to path number 9 here, and we have a Magneto and a Bishop. So Magneto up first here. Because Magneto's unstoppable works the way that it does, it's just a permanent buff that is there while he's charging. It's not on a timer. because of that absorbing man, you know, he counters unstoppable buffs, unstoppable, unblockable, indestructible, and one other buff, I think. Unstoppable, unblockable, indestructible, and one other. It's slipping my mind. But those only work, it just lowers their duration by about 90%, I believe it is. But because there's no duration on Magneto's Unstoppable, Absorbing doesn't counter it. But that's okay. I'm just gonna have to find my opening elsewhere. Right here, though, we fell out of our forms. We went back to just human form, but then boom, race back to that special one, drop it, and then we become immune to any of the debuffs that were applied from the node. So I'm basically just going intercept mode here, trying to get the openings when I can. Not really messing with that heavy, but you see right there, I punished him after the heavy. There's some if you get the right timing, you can intercept him after he throws that heavy attack. Can't always get it, but I get it sometimes. And yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll go ahead and just hit into him there, even though he wasn't stoppable. I figured that last hit would just kill him, so I wouldn't get retaliated. And yeah, that fight went fairly good, right? Not bad. But now we go ahead and move on to this bishop. Now, I was a little bit worried about this bishop because I had a very weird strategy from my officers, which was throw on an invulnerability boost and only push bishop to special 3s. Don't bother baiting his special 1s or special 2s. Just push him to special 3 and, you know, take no damage from it. So I was like, okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. And oh yes, I pulled up Aunt May. The other buff I was forgetting is immortality. That's it. Indestructible, immortality, unstoppable, and unblockable. Yes. I forget about immortality because it's such a rare buff. You know, not very many champions have access to it. But yeah, go ahead, push bishop to a special 3 here, and we're just gonna tank it. That's the plan here. So go ahead, tank this, and of course it's gonna do absolutely 0 damage to us. And we're totally fine. Now we have 221 of our morph charges, so you see I'm in a second here going to go for a medium, light, medium combo. There we go. Apply that vulnerability passive, and now that I threw that special one, you see my morph charges are green once again, which means I can go ahead and do another medium, light, medium combo. And boom, now they're green again. I can do another medium, light, medium combo to apply even more because we just keep on refreshing our form. Keep on building more morph charges with the special one. That's what I do like about the special one. It is a little bit easier to build your morph charges fast. But we didn't even need it. We didn't need to apply another one. We didn't even need to bait another special 3, and he's dead. So there goes Bishop. A bit of a weird fight, but went really well. And that was it for my Absorbing Man fights this war. So we ended up crushing it. Only mistake was the Terax. You know, his slam dunk matchup. That's the fight where I lost half my health. Little embarrassing, but it's all good. And then final fight here, we have a Rintra. So got only a rank 4. Thank goodness it's not a rank 5 Rintra. That'd be so much HP. But so this node, it's very interesting. Every time we parry, we're gonna get disorients, and we don't have any guidance here. So the plan, but we need to knock him down. We need to be knocking Rintra down. So right there, I tried to get a little closer to him with a light so that I could knock him down with a heavy, but it didn't work. So this is going to be the main way I knock him down here. Just bait the special one and then counter with a heavy. It's going to go ahead and get rid of his charges. We don't want him to get too many or he's going to go unstoppable. We can also block the special one. It will give us smolders, but I'm not too worried. I don't need a ton of smolders here. We already have 10. We're already doing good damage. I am just worried about keeping his charges down. So just going to make sure I get in that heavy attack. After all these special ones, I fought Rintra so much now that I have the spacing. I've gotten really good at the spacing on his special ones to heavy counter it. You know, just all the spacing on Rintra. Fought this clown so much that I learned. You know, I hated fighting this guy so much. I just despised it. But after doing it so many times, you know, you learn and it gets easier. And then now I actually have Rintra and I actually enjoy him as a character. So, you know, the hate for Rintra, there's not much hate for him anymore from me, which is good. It's good. It's not good to hold hate in your heart. There are definitely still a few champions that I hate. Maybe I gotta start learning them too. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it. That's lights out for this Rintra. Just hit him with the special 3, and bada bing, bada boom. That's it for my war. There was an Annihilus boss there, which my buddy Andrew. I did an incursions push with him. He has that rank 5 Hercules. He went ahead and took that, and he destroyed. He crushed it. I did kind of want to take it though because Absorb Man, another one of Absorb Man's really good matchups is Annihilus, but at the same time, I was like, you got rank 5 Herc, you go ahead, man, and he crushed it. So, and we actually did end up winning this war as well, so that gives us a little bit of a 2-war winning streak now. We've been playing really, really well lately. We only had 5 total deaths this war. Really, really proud of the alliance. We crushed it. And yeah, now I'll go ahead and show you guys where I'm at so far for the season. So 7 wars in, season 40, the planetary endurance tactic. I am currently on a 21 streak. I have died twice this season, which does suck, but it's totally all good. And I do have 46 kills, so I've taken a fair bit of fights. Not the most, but definitely not the least. I got a 96% solo rate on my fights, and my power rating, which is just basically like a score in For Loki for, you know, your performance so far in the season. I'm at 53.34, which is 5th overall currently at this point in the season. So I'm having an alright season, you know, not leading the alliance, not at the end of the alliance, but somewhere in the middle, more towards the top. So feeling totally fine. I've been enjoying this season, just kind of taking it easy. It's been really fun using Absorbing Man. I've been having an absolute blast with that guy. Every time I get to use Absorbing Man in war, like, it's a good war. I had to have a lot of fun. So hopefully get to keep using him more, show you guys more awesome fights. I mean, I know I do have him for at least one of the 1 or 2 next wars. So there's some very interesting fights. One war in particular, a lot of really interesting fights actually. I'm excited to show you guys that one. If you guys love Absorb Man content, keep your eyes peeled. But I was gonna do it for this Alliance War video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Subscribe if you want to see more. Drop a like if you did enjoy, and that's gonna do it. Peace.